Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome to Paper Mario: The Origami King bonus episode. So, we beat Paper Mario and the Origami King last time, and it's been a while since I've actually picked up this game. And I will get to that in a few minutes, but basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over everything that we have not, that for the most part, at least to my knowledge, we have not seen in Paper Mario: The Origami King. So, we're going to be cracking into it. And also, if this is the first episode of Paper Mario: The Origami King you've seen from me, or you have not picked up the game yourself, spoilers for basically everything. So, yeah, just be warned, we're going to be going into heavy spoiler territory, or at least for some parts of the game. But we're just gonna kind of crack into Paper Mario: The Origami King again. We're gonna record the bonus episode, and, yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so before I start off, I want to draw attention to the save file. So, the save file, as you may have noticed, has a star on it. Now, the star... Now, I should mention there are 3 stars that you can have for your save file. One for beating the game normally, one for beating the game without any accessories equipped, and one for beating the game without getting a game over. I only got the one because I collected all the accessories and equipped them. And then also I died a couple of times, so I didn't get the 3rd one either. So... if you want to, you can go on and create a new save file for your game, and see if you want to try and go through without any of the accessories or without dying. The 3rd one I don't recommend it because it's extremely difficult, and also there are a couple of instances where if you don't know what you're doing, you can die by accident. So be careful with that. But in any case, going into the game proper now. So we're actually going to be starting our journey off in Toad Town, because Toad Town actually has a couple of things for us that I want to go over now that we've, well, beaten the game, basically. So yeah, here's the reason why it took so long, as I'm going to explain in a minute. So, the Museum Champion. So the Museum Champion is the reason why this took so long, because I've been trying to complete 100% this. Once you've beaten this, once you complete this, people will start running around in your museum and exploring all the exhibits. We're going to talk to all the different toads and what they can do.
So that stuff in the museum is from here, right? Wild.
And then this guy will tell you about the pipe system.
You're wondering about this pipe, right? Well, I mean, it's you, Mario. You already know.
I'm not sure if there's anybody in here. I'm going to double check. I didn't explore down here, so I don't know. Actually, no, looks like it's just a warp room and there's nobody down here. All right, well, that's fine. So pop back up. But in any case, yeah. Now we have the complete set, and there's this guy up here. Let's talk to him.
Where do I even start with this stuff? Is there some guidebook or something?
Yeah, that's a reference to the fact that video games kind of don't have guidebooks anymore. Or I think. I'm pretty sure. Of course, it could just be a reference to the fact that the museums typically need a guidebook so that you know what you're doing to find all the different exhibits, but... okay, so this is the one I'm most excited to show off. This is the concept art room, also this guy.
I should start drawing again.
Alright, so this is the room. So this room has all the, this has all the concept art for the game. I'm gonna be showing that off, because I think this is really cool. So... here's Peach's Castle. I'm gonna show off all of this in detail, but here's Peach's Castle interior. Here's more of the interior of the main hallway and the dungeon. I'm not sure why Princess Peach House doesn't. Here's the goal aesthetic. So this is basically what they were going for the end game of it. So they were trying to show off what it would look like at the end. All right. Here's all the Magic Circle ideas. This is all the scrapped ideas they had for the Magic Circle before they finally landed on the finalized one, which is pretty interesting. All right, and then we're gonna move to the next page. Here's the concept art for Toad Town. Okay, so Toad Town, yeah, that's about what I expected. This is just Toad Town. This has all of the little facilities that you need to know about. If you want to check everything out, there's the museum, the store, and the battle lab, which are all next to each other, which is nice. There's also, let's see, what else we got. Here's the inside of the Musée Champion. It looks a bit different, actually. I didn't know that. Here's the inside of a home interior. That's about what I expected. This is where Peach's castle used to be, and where the whole everything was. Toad Town Mansion. Yeah, we know about that. That's just this random mansion in the middle of Toad Town. And here's the inside of the Battle Lab. This is what it looks like in game. Oddly enough, it's a bit reworked, but for the most part, it looks exactly the same. All right, and that's change it. Okay, swap it out. Okay, so here's next Whispering. Here's the Whispering Woods. Here's the Graffiti Underground. The Picnic Road. Picnic Road looks about kind of pretty here. Here's old Grand Sappy's transformation. It's actually really funny that they actually gave a whole that they actually give a play-by-play here about how he transforms. And also, they apparently had a bunch of different ideas for what they wanted to do with it, and eventually went for Sweet Sappy Loggins. Graffiti Underground, miscellaneous stuff. Earth Elemental Temple entrance. Whispering Woods objects. So basically, things found in the Whispering Woods that seems like they changed a little bit of. Graffiti Underground objects. All right, Picnic Road layout. And that's it. Okay. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but I'm showing this off. So here's Earth Elemental. Overlook Mountain. Overlook Mountain looks kind of cool. Overlook Tower. Yeah, I remember the elevator scene from that. Overlook Tower miscellaneous. So this is all the different stuff that they made in the game. So I don't know. Is this interesting to anybody? I'm interested in it. We're gonna change. Okay, so Blue Streamer. Dry Lake Bed. So this is the Dry Lake. So, oh, this is where we... Okay, I remember this. So, it's coming back to me. Chestnut Valley. Autumn Mountain and Chestnut Valley together. Autumn Mountain on its lonesome. The Rapids. The Rapids I will get to in a minute, by the way. I have a few choice words to say about the Rapids. But in any case, Water Elemental Shrine exterior. It looks very nice. The actual inside the shrine itself looks kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. More of the interior. It's a little bit. It looks a little bit different. Actually, not really all that much, but huh. Okay. And here's the water idea. Here's early ideas for the water puzzles. This is what they decided to do for the water puzzles, and then this is ultimately what they went with, but they did kind of change a little bit for the water elemental puzzles. But yeah. Swap it out. And then here's Shogun Studios, the classic. Shogun Studios staff room. The dress-up photo studio, we'll get to that in a minute as well. Ninja Attraction exterior. Ninja Attraction interior. Maintenance room. This is where you find Luigi, I think. I think you find Luigi. Actually, yes, you do find Luigi in here at some point. Big Show Theater layout. Kabuki Thwomp. Okay. And then... Alright, and then this is this... I think this is the stage. Yeah, this is all the stage artwork. So this is all the different stages that you go through when you go into the Big Show Theater. Which is kind of neat. It's kind of neat that they included this. Also, Mario apparently... I don't remember Mario having the gun. I think that's a new thing. Back alley stage. Alright. And then, change area. Yellow streamer. Alright, what do we got? Okay, we got that winding up and around through there. The Breezy Tunnel. Monty Molden. This is one of the more tragic areas of the game. That's all I'm going to say until I decide to go into it further, because it's already bringing tears back to me. Super Pepper Valley layout is kind of neat, kind of nice. Breezy Tunnel Mist. Mist and Breezy Tunnel ideas. So, oh, was there supposed to be a workshop in there that they just scrapped? Interesting. They apparently scrapped a workshop in there that was supposed to be in there, and then they didn't go through with it. That's interesting. I didn't know that was in there. Huh. Neat. Alright, but in any case, so here's the big one. Shroom City at night. Oh, the hotel lobby. Sound disc room. This is where you can buy sound discs. So, or at least this is where you should be able to, I think. Actually, no, you can't buy sound discs in the game, but there are shop owners in here. Desert House. Sniff City Royal Hotel Room. Very plot important part of the game. Hotel Hallway. Alright, what do we got in here? We got the Fire of Elemental Hall. The Fire of Elemental Shrine was fun and a nightmare, both at the same time. And then there's the cave entrance. And also, Professor Toad did not come with us in that, because he was very far, understandably. Trick door. I don't remember that. Sarcophagus. Oh, wait, is this the temple? The actual temple? Alright, now I get it. Sarcophagus room. Fire of Elemental statues. Fire of Elemental gondola. And Temple of Shrooms interior. Yeah, this is a mix of the Temple of Shrooms and the... Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Alright. This is the light. I remember this. This took me a couple of tries to get, and even then the game started helping me and I still couldn't get it. I remember that. Temple of Shrooms exterior. Alright, that's neat. 4 out of 4. We got this. That's the entrance to the Fire of Elemental statue. Desert Tower interior. This is that again, another plot important point in the game. They're all connected to one another. And then here's the ruined houses in, I believe that was in the desert. I'm pretty sure that was in the desert. Okay, but in any case, purple. Alright, purple, I remember this. The Princess Peach. So, I actually found this out when I was going back through to complete the game. As it turns out, the Princess Peach is named after Princess Peach, but it's not because she owns it. Apparently, it's named after her because the captain is kind of borderline obsessed with Princess Peach. I did not know that until I actually went back and replayed through the game again to get all the collectibles, but... Apparently it's not named after... Apparently that's the reason it's named after her. The captain is a little bit crazy about her. So he named his ship after her and even painted it pink and painted its emblem on her. And even the crewmates point out that it might be a bit obsessive. But yeah, that's the reason. It's in a game. It's in a Mario game. It's in a Paper Mario game. So yeah. I mean, if you need any more reason that this game deserves to be up there with the original 3... There you go. Somebody is low-key thirsting for Princess Peach. That's just a thing that we're establishing. I mean, makes sense that she is a very beautiful princess, and I do kind of understand that. But I mean, she's more of a classic kind of character. I don't think she would be very happy with finding out that somebody has a crush on her to the point of obsession. That might weird her out a little bit. But in any case, Rex Lounge. I remember this. This is where you first find out that the Gooper Blooper Paper Macho is a thing. This is the ship's interior. You explore this on the way through to get to... Well, but you help Bobby with this. This one's a little bit sad. Princess Peach Miscellaneous. I remember this. The inked layout. And this showcases the fight with the Paper Macho Gooper Blooper, apparently. It shows it gooping up the place, and then it actually shows the fight itself. Okay, that's neat. Alright, submarine cockpit. Okay, so this is all the different stuff that you can do throughout the ship, throughout the place, including going deep sea diving, which is apparently very similar areas. I didn't know that. But you got ship and ocean depths you keep, and then there's Heart Islands. Question mark islands, the Great Sea. There's a whole bunch of Origami Workshop. This is also an important plot point of the game. This is where you find out where Olivia and Ollie came from. This is an important plot point of the game. It also kind of sort of reveals his motivations there. That's an important piece of the game. Again, I said I was gonna go into some spoilery territory. I'm gonna do my best not to spoil everything, but. We're going through the concept art for the entirety of the game, so if you haven't played it, go play it. I'm not apologizing for showing you guys spoilery stuff. Okay, so this is Diamond Island. This is the Trial of Wisdom. This is the Ice Elemental Mountain. Ice Elemental Mountain is actually pretty cool. Haha, funny joke. Ice Elemental Hall. This is where that's where you fight the Ice Elemental. Diamond Island Exterior. I made a joke about how this was a Legend of Zelda reference. It's entirely possible that was implied. But considering there's considering them, and there's kind of and considering the fact that that Nintendo owns both IPs, and it's clear that somebody put that in there by request. It's clear. All right, but this is the Ice Elemental Island interior. This is where you go to battle the Ice Elemental. The Ice Elemental is actually kind of my favorite. It's actually kind of cool. Again, not making a joke. Top of the sea. Okay, so the Sea Tower is the final dungeon of the game before you get to the final area. It's basically it showcases all of the elementals. It showcases all of the elementals and is a combination of all their areas. So it's one of the last major dungeons in the game before you get to Bowser's Castle. So it's a very big dungeon in the game. It's a very important piece of the game. It's very cool. And yeah, as it shows, it's just a whole combination of all their different areas. You also need to go to Diamond Island to get in there. It's a bunch of different combinations. It is really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. It combines all the different elements together. It's a fun area. And I believe that's the last of it. Yeah. Change area. Alright, and here's the green streamer. Alright, so Shangri Spa is kind of the smallest area in the game. I'm not a big fan of Shangri Spa. I mean, it does have some fun. It is a very fun area, but it's also the smallest area in the game, and it's clearly was intended to be smaller because they were kind of leading you to the idea that you were eventually going to go fight King Ollie, and this was your last stop in your journey before you got there. It's just a little on the small side for me. I don't like how all the big areas are nice, big, and massive, and ready to explore, and yet that there's only one area in the entire game that entire area that's actually explorable. I don't like that about that place. It's not my favorite. But here's all the different shrines and stuff, and also apparently Mario has costumes in here. Apparently, I didn't know he could. I don't think he can wear costumes, but here's the Shangri Spa miscellaneous. That's the tower. That's one of the places, and that's a whole bunch of stuff that's in there. And speaking of which, the only explorable area in Shangri Spa, I believe, where is this? The Spring of Rejuvenation, I believe. It rejuvenated Bowser Jr. to make him look better, and then he wound up overdoing it and lost all his color. That is an interesting idea. But yeah, Spring and Jungle Mist, that's it. Okay. The jungle ideas, there's a couple of different areas. Also, this area is kind of nerve-wracking. Jungle entrance, jungle interior. Where's the... Okay, now... Spring and Rainbows. Spring and Rainbows is a fun was a fun area because, yeah, Shy Guys finished last. Game show. This is just a fun area, and this has been a recurring bit for the past, I think, 3 games? I'm pretty sure that Shy Guys finished last. I know it wasn't called Shy Guys finished last in Sticker Star and Color Splash, but I know but I know having a game they've all featured a game show at some point. It's fun. Spring of the Rainbows Path 2, yeah, you have to go through here to get to where you want to go. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, a little bit nuts. And also, apparently, we have models for the cameras and stuff. That's kind of cool. And now Bowser's Castle, Great Hall, the final dungeon in the game. This area actually has like 3 bosses in it, not 3 or 4 bosses. I kid you not, it's massive. It's got a boss. You have to fight against Scissors. You got to fight against Scissors. He's the final looking boss of the game before King Ollie. But it's just and also their statue. But it's also it also has like 4 bosses because that's the thing. That's why I don't like it. The game, that's part of the game feels kind of crap because they just cram 4 major bosses on one on top of another to make it into and basically make Bowser's Castle into a boss gauntlet. It is not fun. It is fun. It's fun to do, but it's not. But it feels clear that they kind of didn't know what to do, and they just kind of crammed it together. It is a little bit claustrophobic from my take. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it does feel a little bit tight. But I also, Also, Origami Castle, we didn't show that off. Origami Castle, I don't think has much concept art to it, since it's the final area of the game. Yeah, here's the Battle in the Sky. Here's where you go into Hotfoot Crater. Hotfoot Crater you can't revisit, by the way. It's only there for the one cinematic, and then that's it. Bowser's Airship. But, the Paper Airplane Squadron. Volcano Peach's Castle. And Hotfoot Crater layout. The layout is very small. And then again, it's to make sense. You're not supposed to... It's only there for the one thing. Here's Origami Castle itself. It is glorious. I love it. I love the design of the castle so much. It looks cool. Origami Castle ideas. They apparently had a couple of ideas for what to do with it before deciding on the final one. There's a couple of different ideas here. Origami Castle Interior. Origami Castle Interior is just a straight line, by the way. Once you solve all the puzzles, you literally just walk back and forth, and that's it. Origami Castle Layout 1, there's the thrones. There's the little thrones. There's the door to get inside. There's also the big hole where the part of the castle got taken out, which is really funny because that's a plot point in the game as well, because that's where you find Luigi. And then here's the throne room, the final area of the game, where you fight King Ollie himself. And I believe that's it except for characters. This is the... Okay, so this shows off all the different, all the folded soldiers, and I believe the Paper Macho enemies? It shows all the... It's also all the design... This is all the design concepts for how they turned a bunch of classic Mario enemies into Origami. And I think it's fascinating to look at, because it's just really cool as a concept. And this is also where they came up with the 1,000-fold arms techniques as well. This is where they keep the... This is where the 1,000-fold arms were designed and tested. It's very interesting to look at, because it just shows how they remade all of them into classic Mario enemies. And yeah, here's the Paper Macho enemies as well. It's just cool to look at. They took classic enemies and they had to redesign them to fit to, well, not so much fit the aesthetic of the game. They already did that, but kind of redesign them to be a different take on the same enemy. It's a really cool idea. And also, this thing is goddamn terrifying. I don't like this. If you guys have played the game or have seen it, you know how terrifying this is. If you've seen me do my playthrough of it, you know how terrifying it is. If not, well, either play the game or watch me play the game. Either way, it's terrifying as hell. Here's a Paper Macho Koopa Troopa, the Mega Paper Macho Pokey. This is a boss fight. This is a boss fight in the game. Paper Macho Boo. Not a boss fight, but. Here's all the different. Here's the Jungle King and Space Warrior masks, which are designed after Donkey Kong and Samus. You find these in Shogun Studios. It's really funny. Here's the Cooper Blooper fight. Well, the Cooper Blooper design. It's really cool. And here's some Paper Macho mechanics. Apparently, this shows how the little ones work. I don't know how some of these work actually. And here's the Elementals. This is the Earth Elemental. The Earth Elemental went through a lot of redesigns before they came up with an idea for him. He used to look like this wise old turtle thing, and then he gradually morphed into the design we know now. It's kind of cool. Same goes for the Fire Elemental. He looks a little bit different in his concept art, but eventually we wound up into the Phoenix that we know and tolerate. Water Elemental. Water Elemental actually looks kind of cool before concept out. What I like is that they're all origami. That's kind of cool. And also, the Ice Elemental looked a little bit different. He had stubbier arms and at one point walked on all fours before they decided to give him claws. It's kind of cool. And then, here's King Ollie and Olivia. Here's the King Ollie and Olivia. This is concept. Also, we don't actually... I should mention some of this concept art is unused. We don't see... We see them all with a different range of... We see Olivia with a different range of emotions, but we never actually see King Ollie with any of them. He's mostly stoic and static for most of the game, because is fitting of his role as the villain. Which implies that he may have at one point been the helper of the game. I don't know. That might have been interesting to see. King Ollie being one of the good guys. That could have been fun. And then there's the Paper Sumos, which happens during the second portion of the King Ollie boss fight. This is how the fight ends. This is how the middle of the fight it goes. You get into a sumo match with Bowser and King Ollie, and you have to help Bowser knock King Ollie off. It's fun. Here's Origami Princess Peach, in all of her folded glory. Here's all the folded toads. Character outfits. I believe some of these were used in the game. I believe some of these were used as part of the was it? It's part of the photo booth. I'm not entirely 100% on that because I kind of sort of didn't do the photo booth when I played through it, but I know that there's outfits, I think. And then here's a character outfits for all the different characters you can meet throughout the game. Some of these didn't wind up making it in, unfortunately, but that's just a thing. What are you gonna do about that? And I believe that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's all the concept art. That took a half an hour. Okay. Well, the rest of it is gonna be a lot shorter. So, okay, so here's all the Toad foldables. So here's the red streamer. This is all of the different foldables, including the fried egg, the butterflies. We've seen all of these. I just want to show off because some of them are kind of rare and kind of hard to find. So this one was especially a pain in the ass to get. You guys will know if you've seen the gameplay, and yeah, that's the first area, and that's all the different foldables that you can see. Blue streamer. Blue streamer is interesting. The monkey is unique. The monkey becomes a recurring thing throughout that one. You're not supposed to get that one until it actually becomes relevant to the story, but yeah, it's kind of cool. And then some of these are found in Shogun's, again, another dog. I'm not entirely sure where this... I don't remember where you find the dog. I actually don't remember where we find a couple of these. I don't remember off the top of my head. The cactus, I think, is a bit out of place. That's yellow. Yeah, and there's also none for the green streamer. There's no new ones that were introduced for the green streamer. So here's the shovel, the yellow scarab beetle, the scorpions. The scorpions are especially a little bit annoying. The snakes... Also, I should mention these have... yeah, okay, that's a lot. That's the only page of that. And then, purple streamer. The purple streamer, I don't believe, has many. There's only like 6 here. Okay, well, that's all the foldeds. And now for the one that's going to cause me and you the most grief. This is the one that I did not talk to the guy in there. I'll go do that now. Okay, well... Okay, well, we're just gonna go in here. I'll talk to this guy and see what he has to say.
I'll hand it to these origami guys. Sure, they're trying to destroy all toads, but boy, can they fold.
Yeah, he's just admiring all the folding that they did. And they are pretty good at folding origami, as fitting by their name and origin. It's kind of cool. Alright, here's the collectibles. What do you got?
You've really been busy, haven't you? Well, congratulations, you made our humble collection the best it can be.
Alright, well, okay, so there's only a couple of these that I actually want to go over. So, here's the main ones I want to go over are the stationary ones. The ones designed as the Legion of Stationary. So, here's the thing about the Legion of Stationary. You actually can't get these from a usual shop. There's actually a hidden entrance to the south end of the back end of the docks, which you normally can't find, which I didn't know was a thing until I went back to 100% this. You're only able to, you have to buy them from that guy. Otherwise you can buy most of these in any shop in any of the shops that are scattered around the world. You can usually find them, and they're usually not hard to find. In addition, some of them are hidden in hidden blocks and stuff like that. So by naturally completing the game, you're going to get most of these. It's not going to be particularly hard. But there is one that I do want to bring up. If it's, I don't believe it's not in this set, so it's in the other one. There are 2 though that you can't get until after you beat the game. I'll just flip through and show these to you guys for the most part. Some of these are actually kind of cool. These just showcase all the different things that you can see throughout the game. These are just a bunch of different locales that you find throughout the game, and they're actually kind of cool. The boss Sumo Bro Cloud. And where is it? Yes, here we are. Okay, so these are the 2 final ones that you can't get. Princess Peach. Princess Peach is a rare collectible. She does not show up in a store until you beat the game. After you beat the game and after you beat King Ollie, she is buyable in Toad Town. And that's how you get her collectible. Meanwhile, the next one is the Origami Cranes. So the Origami Cranes will appear when you go in and when you beat the game and return to the center of Toad Town where the original Origami Castle would be. This collectible will be sitting in the middle of Toad Town. and you can pick it up as part of your collection. It's heavily implied that they're Olivia and King Ollie. It's heavily implied. Some of the paper coins King Ollie folded in the hopes of eliminating all paper toads. Yeah, it's heavily implied that these are supposed to represent all Olivia and King Ollie. It's heavily implied. And now, for the one I'm going to be looking forward to bitching about. So, here are the trophies. These trophies, there are 15 of them in the game, and some of them are a pain in the ass to get. So, I'm going to go over how to get all of them. Battle King. Battle King you will get normally throughout the game. If you stick with, the battles don't reward, some people are going to complain that the battles aren't very rewarding because they don't give experience. And while that is true, if you do fight enough of them, it does incentivize actually fighting battles, by the way, and sticking with them. Because if you fight enough of them, you will get this trophy. So just go through, fight the game, play through the game, and you will get enough of those. Alright, Coin Collector. Again, another one that's very easy to get by playing throughout the game. If you just collect enough coins, or even get the coin collecting trinket, then you will be able to get this no problem. Blockhead, this is one that you will get for completing the game. It's a very easy one to get, so no real complaints there. Just find all of the question mark blocks in the game, and you will be fine. The Fish Finder. The Fish Finder I showed up in the main library. It requires you to get the two biggest fish in the game. The biggest cheap in the game, the King of the Sea, the Great Fish of the Sea, and the Great Squid of the Sea. I think that's what their names are, but how you get them is you just go and fish up the biggest. Is that you have to fish them both up. For best results, I recommend going to Full Moon Island. That's how I got both of them, because Full Moon Island has island spots for both of them, so I recommend doing that. Ring Champion. And the Ring Champion is you accomplish by beating, there's an island called called Scuffle Island in the Great Sea. It's a square. It's near the entrance, near where you would emerge from Toad Town. But all you need, I didn't show this one off, mainly because all you need to do to beat this one is beat every single standard Paper Macho enemy in the game in order, and you will get this. That's it. Just go to that island, beat all seven Paper Macho enemies. I say that's it, but it's actually pretty goddamn difficult. And you will get this trophy. Again, not particularly hard. The True Ringer. If you beat, so this is rewarded for beating the Ringer Challenge trophy in the battle lab. If you get them all, you will get. If you solve all the puzzles in the Ringer, you will actually get this trophy. It's not particularly hard, but it is kind of difficult to do because it will take you a couple of tries. Speed rings. Same thing with this one. Go to the battle lab and complete speed rings. If you set a high score for that, you will get this trophy. Coin Captain. This trophy. This trophy is the reason why this bonus episode took so long to make. It took me several months to get this trophy. And that is why this episode took so long to make. I kept screwing it up. I wasn't able to get all the coins on several tries. Sometimes I would miss them on the whirlpool, or sometimes I would miss them at the end. Either way, I would not be. It took me several months to get this trophy. But I finally did it, and that's why this episode is happening now. Shuriken Master. This one is a reward for setting a high score at the Shuriken minigame in Shogun City. In Shogun Studios. You beat the minigame with a high enough score, and he will give you this trophy. That's it. That's all this is. Quizmaster. Quizmaster is actually pretty fun. I managed to get this one first try, but Quizmaster is actually pretty fun. You have to go play Shy Guys Finish Last, get all of the points get all of the questions right, and then beat the final challenge beat the final challenge. You have to beat the sudden death round as well as collect all the points from all of the questions. So it's not particularly hard, especially if you played it before and you know what you're doing, but it may or may not take you one or two tries. So it's probably one of the easier ones in the game, but it will definitely put up a bit of a fight. Art Collector. This one is again one that you will get naturally throughout the game. Collect all the toads and then use the toad points to unlock all the art. Again, pretty simple, and it's tied to completion, so you're probably gonna get this one anyway. Origami Toad Collector. Again, but same deal with the Art Collector. You find all the origami toads and unfold them, and you will get the trophy. Collectible collector. This one, again, is a reward for collecting all the collectibles in the game. It's not particularly hard to get. Origami aficionado. This one is awarded to you for beating all of the origami enemies. It's actually it's actually kind of not that difficult, especially if you know where all the enemies are, but you're not probably going to get this one throughout the course of the game, although there was one enemy I'll miss. I'll go over him when I get to him, but if you know what you're most likely going to get this on your first playthrough. It's not particularly hard to get at all. Sound discs. This one is just unlocked by filling in all the bottomless holes. The bottomless holes, you fill those in, and they will unlock tracks for you. Fill them all in, you'll unlock all the tracks, and then this will show up in your you say champion. That's all you need to do. And then that's all the trophies. Okay, so back. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to go through this one. That wing of the museum particularly took me several months because I couldn't get any river quite right. But in any case, here it is. My favorite part of the wing of the museum: the enemies.
Well, those things are going to haunt my dreams now. Guess you'll sleep with the lights on forever.
Okay, so here's all the enemies for the game. There's in addition to all the different streamers, they also show off some other special stuff that I'll go over in a bit. So the red streamer has a couple of enemies. We've seen most of these enemies, so I'm not going to show them again. Well, I am, but I'm not going to go in detail about what all of them do, except for one particular one, which I will get to. So yeah, these are all the enemies that you can encounter throughout the game. Once you've beaten some of these are late game enemies, and some of these are rare enemies that you're not going to find very often. So keep your eyes peeled for them. Some of them are hard to fight, and if you want them all, you need to work for it a little bit. But for the most part, they're not particularly hard to find and fight. Most of them will present themselves to you throughout the game, if not all of them. Some of them you may need to work for, and some of them you may need to complete special conditions within the battle to actually find. But for the most part, you're going to find them all. It's not particularly hard. However, there is one enemy in the game that I didn't actually encounter during my playthrough. The Fly Guy. So, here's the thing about the Fly Guy. He actually appears in the Great Sea, and I didn't fight him because I kept running him over with my boat. So I never actually fought him. Yeah, the Fly Guy kind of got lost. I never actually fought him, and well, I can show him off now because we never actually saw what he did. So the Fly Guy fights similar to the Shy Guys instead of being on the ground, they're airborne. They're very similar. They're a very similar enemy to the Shy Guys, except they fly. They're airborne, which means you need to jump on them. Hammers won't work. But yeah, that's the only enemy in the game we did not see and fight. For the most part, we've seen and fought all of these. Yeah, he was the only enemy I couldn't find. I don't know how I managed to miss. I don't know. I did explain how I managed to miss him, but I don't know how I didn't collect in my brain that was the enemy I was missing, and then I had to go back and realize, oh, I didn't fight this guy yet. But yeah, some of these are also reskins of previous enemies. For example, the Fire Bros and the Hammer Bros. Some of them are reskins, but they do work fundamentally the same. And then there are some of them that you can't fight, like the Fuzzy. The Fuzzy you just get for encountering him. The Fuzzy, that's the only way you get the Fuzzy. You can't actually fight him in battle, so there's no way to actually collect him. There's no way to actually defeat him, so you just kind of play through it. And what's on the end? Oh yeah, the Sumo Bro and the Boss Sumo Bro. Alright. And here's Origami Castle. Origami Castle has a couple of the standard enemies. It has the regular Sumo Bro off by himself. That's kind of it. Here's the Elementals. Now, the Elementals I actually thought were pretty interesting. The Elementals are kind of cool. The Earth Elemental, the Water Elemental. I like the Elementals a lot. They're origami. Actually, I don't know if I explained this or not, but the Elementals are actually based off of real world thing. In real world China or Japan. They're based off of a they're based off of like the Jade Turtle, the Azure Dragon, the Crimson Phoenix, and the White Tiger, I believe. Well, I mean, I know that's not a one-for-one because the Ice Elemental is a polar bear, but still, I thought that was interesting. Here's King Ollie. So King Ollie is actually interesting to me. King Ollie So King Ollie, we actually have all of his elementals unlocked now, despite not fighting all of them. But here's a couple of things I learned about King Ollie after that fight. So King Ollie, if you don't kill him fast enough, he will actually fight you again. He will actually go through all 4, and if you can't manage to kill them all, he will actually reset again and start fighting you with him again. But one thing I did not know is that they're actually random. He actually will pick several of his elemental forms at random, and you have to figure out how to defeat them. And if you can't beat all 4, he will then reset, and then it will be another random sequence. It's actually kind of cool. And then here's all of the bonus ones. Here's Princess Peach. You never fight her in the game. The game just kind of gives her to you as a bonus thing. And here's Bowser and Sumo here's Sumo Bowser and Sumo Ollie. This is a really funny fight. It's just kind of stupid, and I love it. It's just, look at Bowser. He looks derpy, and I love it. It's cute and adorable. It's just really funny. And also, here are the Origami siblings themselves. Here's Olivia and King Ollie. So here's the siblings in all of their glory. You can actually see them together. And the two that actually start off the conflict with the whole thing. But I believe that's all of them, right? Yeah, that's all of them. And then the music wing, we're going to talk to the Toad, but we're not actually going to go over. The Toad. So here's the thing about the Toad. So here's the thing about this place. This place we're not going to go over because, well, truth be told, we've heard all the pieces in here. We're not going to go over it again. So yeah.
Shh, just close your eyes and listen. Up. No talking.
Yep, this is the place. This is where all the music is collected. This is where you collect the music and throughout the game and you can listen to it again. Some of these are actually kind of cool. I'm not going to go over them again because, well, we don't need to. But which is fine. And now for one last big thing that I want to go over before we go and fight King Ollie again. Where? We gotta go to Shogun Studios, by the way, for the thing I want to do. That's it. Shogun Studios. Yep. Go! Okay. Alright, so here's the thing about Shogun Studios. I'm gonna show this off. I've never actually seen this, but according to my research, I'll go into more detail when I actually get to where I need to go, but check. Present your entry pass. Where is it? I have a lot of keys, so this is going to be interesting. Royalty pass. Okay, that's a bunch of graffiti that goes into the ether, by the way. Now, if I remember where the photo booth is, I don't remember. Here's a map. Where's the photo booth? You also have photo studio. Okay, it's near the back. It's over here near the back. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. There's a photo booth. Okay, so the photo booth. I actually did not know this, but this is a thing. Let's talk to this guy, actually.
Which outfit should I go through my photo? That's hard to choose.
Alright, so here's the thing about this. I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Welcome to Dress Up Photo Studio. Would you like a photo to remember your fun day here? Oh, you bought a royalty pass. Thank you for your purchase, sir. I will wait the fee of 500 gold bits.
Alright, so... Okay, so choose an outfit. Okay, so royalty. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the royalty, but here's the thing about the photo booth. You can go through this place with Bobby when you have him, and he will actually pose with a photo for you. However, eventually Bobby does leave your side rather permanently, as it turns out throughout the story. And it's a very impactful, very emotional scene. I'm not going to go over it unless you play through it. But basically, well, actually I will. He sacrifices himself to help you on your journey. But as Bob-Ombs are known for, he does the thing Bob-Ombs are best known for doing. Let's just leave it at that. And And you can actually bring him here and take a photo with him. But here's the thing: should you take a photo with him and then come back? Should you take a photo and then come back? Ta-da! Yeah, he's in the picture with you. Even if he's not physically with you, his spirit, even if his body isn't with you, his spirit will be with you always. It's really sad. It's really sad, but it makes perfect sense. It's really sad. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, people think the modern Paper Mario games, Oli's death on its own is tragic and sad. It has stuck with me, even though it has been several months since I played it. It's one of the reasons why I'm avoiding replaying this game, by the way. That one scene on its own. But that's everything. Okay, but now we got one last thing we need to go over. That's the only thing. That is one of the last things we needed to go over, but we're going to go over this thing next. So the last thing we have to go over is the true ending for the game. There's actually a true ending that you can get for 100%ing the game, and which is why I've been working so hard on it. So we got to go back to where is it? To Origami Castle. And we gotta go deal with things there. Okay, so we're gonna go back into Origami Castle and finally end things off with the fight that ends it all. We're going to be doing that today. I'm not gonna show the fight because we've already done it, unless it takes, and it's probably gonna take me a while. But here's Origami Castle. All right, we're gonna save. Here's Luigi's car, by the way. It's just here. It's just here, and it's sad and depressing. So, here's what I hate. This pipe! This pipe will spawn after you beat King Ollie for the first time. You wanna know what it does? You wanna know what it does? It returns you to the boss fight with King Ollie. And it is something that I needed. So story time. I fought King Ollie. I fought Stapler before him. I lost my 1-up mushroom and I wasn't able to beat him, and I lost it because of that. But here's the thing about that. So I needed to backtrack all the way back down through Origami Castle to get a mushroom, pick one up so I can go fight King Ollie again, and then walk all the way back. But here's the thing. That doesn't need to happen because after you beat King Ollie, this spawns anyway. So why didn't they just have this be here at the very beginning and then just seal it off? It is so frustrating that that was a thing that is only unlocked after beating the game, and it frustrates me that is the only way you can actually unlock it. It's so upsetting to me. I hate it. I hate how I have to backtrack through the game just to unlock this. And that's upsetting. I had to backtrack, and then this pipe unlocked, and I was just like, then why the hell did I backtrack? I didn't need to. This pipe exists. But that's just my rant. I hate that pipe because it made me feel like an idiot, even though I knew that I was completely right and that wasn't a mechanic before now. But then why did they just make that a permanent mechanic? I have no idea. But in any case, we got the fight with King Ollie coming up. And, well, actually, I'm gonna save it and leave it here for now because I think I need to go eat food. But, because it is kind of getting, I have been recording this for 50 minutes and it's close, and I know the King Ollie fight takes at least a half an hour, so I know I'm not gonna have enough time to fight him now, but I will come back to this. I will finish this up, and then we're going to go fight King Ollie, and I'm going to show you guys the true ending. I'm not going to show the actual fight with King Ollie, but I am going to show the ending. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a break for a bit, and then we're gonna come back and do that. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. He started with the Earth Elemental first time I fought him, and then he went into this. He's going immediately into Fire Elemental. Which means we gotta defeat him Fire Elemental first. This is what I was talking about when I was going through the concept art. He'll turn into a random elemental, and he'll also heal himself. So yeah, he has four possible different forms he can take, and he'll pick one at random depending on what's left, and then he'll reset once all four are expended. It's actually a pretty cool idea for a fight. I'm sorry, brother. I had no choice. Oh, but your poor body is all crumpled now. Maybe I went too far? No, Olivia. That hammer attack was divine. You put everything into it, and it was enough to awaken me from this dark dream. I was too proud, too entitled. My heart was blitzing, my path was creased. I was a mess. Wait, what's this? On your belly? Oh, it hurts to move, but that is the cause of all this madness. The careless scrawl that Toad marked me with. Read it for me, will you? I must know what is written there. What words of gibberish mark this foolish body? Please, I could use one last laugh. Okay, let's see. Dearest Ollie, may you grow up to be a fair and kind king. It's not just a scribble. It's a very sweet message from the Origami craftsman. He just wished you to be the best as a new king. Ha ha. Oh, I've been a terrible king. To think, this is how I repaid his kindness. I just became so blinded by rage. I did so many unforgivable things. I'm so sorry that Princess Peach and Mario became caught up in all this. Olivia, there's still something you must do for me. Please accept these 999 cranes, and then fold my body into 1,000th. If the last fold is complete, you will regain the ability to have any wish granted. I don't suppose it'll make up for everything I've done, but it's all I have left. I'm begging you, Olivia. Do this for me. Brother! Mario, I have something to confess. I don't know how to fold a crane. Maybe Ollie could have taught me. After all, he folded the whole castle and even me. But look at him now. Hey guys, I hope I didn't miss too much. I found the Origami craftsman. Maybe he can talk Ollie out of all this nonsense, right? Because he's the one who originally folded him.
Ah, yes, I remember this paper well. Such a lovely royal purple. And Olivia, so good to see you making use of that giant hammer technique I folded you into your design. Wait, there's an awful lot of cranes here. Is one of you attempting the forbidden 1,000 crane technique?
Yes, but I promise I won't use it for evil. Can you teach me how to fold the last crane? I want to fulfill my brother's final wish and complete the 1,000th crane myself.
Very well, I will teach you. I suppose all of this trouble is my fault in a way. After all, I was the one who originally folded your brother. This will be my last fold of life then. Olivia, prepare to fold as you've never folded before. Well done. With that, the technique is complete. You may make your wish, Olivia.
Okay, my wish. My wish. Thousandth crane, grant me my wish. May all the origami folded by my brother be undone. My goodness, what are we all doing here? Princess Peach, you're back to your old self. Wahoo! Wait, we're missing someone. Where's Olivia? So sad, man. So sad.
I'm so happy that everything is back to normal. Downtown is bustling with an origami festival.
Everyone is discovering the magic of origami and having fun.
Mario, Peach, come take a look. My masterpiece is finally finished. You see, it's a miniature origami castle, just like the one Ollie made.
Mario, are you thinking about the origami girl who saved me? She was so brave to do what she did. We owe her everything. I just know she's with us in spirit. I wish I could thank her.
Gather around, everyone. It's time for the big finale.
So all the origami, thank you. Okay, well that's the original ending. I believe the extended ending comes after the credits. I'm not sure if I can skip the credits. It doesn't seem like I can. No. Alright, that's the end of the credits. Now let's see what the bonus ending actually is. I've never seen the bonus ending, so I have no idea what it is. Oh? Oh, that's so cute! Oh, okay, and there's another complete... Okay, so there's one for 100% as well. I didn't know that was okay, so apparently there are 4 stars. I didn't realize. Okay, that's another star for my profile then. Oh, that was so cute. Oh my god, that was so cute at the end. Alright. So there are 4 endings, one for complete. So there are 4 power stars, then that you can collect. Oh no, it just changes what I had to a gold one. Okay, so never mind. All right, well, that's okay. So I guess that's Paper Mario and the Origami King done and dusted. So that was everything we could have possibly seen with this story. That was every possible thing we could have seen. That was all the things that we could have seen but didn't up to that point. So hopefully you guys liked that bonus episode. That was just me going around exploring all the things that I didn't show yet, mainly the Mosaic Champion and how once you fill it out, you can actually go back and see all the concept art and all that. That was the one thing I wanted to go over with the museum. And then on top of that, the secret ending and the thing with Bobby. Those were the three things that I mainly wanted to show. And okay, so I'm glad I picked up this game. This is a damn good Paper Mario game. I'll be perfectly honest. Paper Mario wasn't great for a long time, but I think it finally got its stride with Paper Mario and the Origami King. As I've said, it gave this game countless praise, and it's probably one of my favorite games ever made. My main final point for this series and for you guys going forward and for the Paper Mario series as a whole is that I hope they make something similar to this game for the next entry. I hope they take what they did here and improve upon it, because the story was great. The combat was iffy but pretty good. The characters were all interesting. They found a way to perfectly blend the Paper Mario with Mario-shaped paper, which is something that had been a bit of a disconnect because of the whole. Well, it was Paper Mario once upon a time, and then it was actual Paper Mario. And I feel like this story was a good bridge between the two, and I hope they continue to improve upon this going forward, because this was a great game. This is one of my personal favorites in my library, and I will definitely. Maybe not play it again, but I'm definitely going to cherish this game with me for a long time, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play this. I hope you guys enjoyed going through this game with me, and I hope you guys decide to pick it up yourself after watching me play it, because it is a good game, and I could not recommend it more. But in any case, that's going to do it for Paper Mario and the Origami King. So thank you guys so much for watching this series. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also be sure to check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks that I'm by way saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!